Now let's turn our attention to personal finances and sort them out. Dr. Roger Givolba is CEO of Fair Money and personal finance and credit expert. Joins me now. Dr. Roger, good morning to you.
Good morning, James.
So let's talk about guarantor loans. What are they and could they return?
Yes, they could possibly return in big form. The High Court earlier this week approved a scheme for Amigo loans to compensate its former aggrieved customers. The first proposal was turned down by the court. This paves the way for the Financial Conduct Authority to approve and for Amigo to raise funds and go back into lending, which it hasn't done since November 2020, I believe. Now, they were far and away the largest guarantor lender before they got in trouble. And why are guarantor loans important? Because they are just about the only way now that people with any kind of financial blemish, credit history blemish, can borrow money.
So basically, if you have a poor credit history, you find it difficult to borrow, by finding somebody else to guarantee your loan, you can then bring down the cost. Is that's the model?
You can get the loan, and you can certainly bring down the cost from the unlicensed or other fringe sort of lenders that you would have to go to, as many people are doing these days.
Right, and that I think is the key to it. Look, it's going to be interesting to see exactly how that is resolved, and the lending market, particularly as we see economic difficulties, could very well be difficult. Now, I guess you're being asked quite a lot these days what people should do in the current challenging environment. So, should they invest? Should they save? Should they keep money under the bed? Should they go and buy gold? Should they avoid buying cryptocurrency? I mean, what should people do to invest, save, and invest for the future?
Well, I take a pretty conservative line, James. My answer always begins with the observation that we are living in such a tumultuous time. Brexit, COVID, Ukraine, school shootings, one thing after another. We've actually become somewhat desensitized, and we're perhaps unaware of, the degree to which the earth is shuddering every day. Only in the last 24 hours, there's clear evidence that we're now in a completely no-growth economy across the board. There's rumors a recession is coming anytime soon. Stocks will tumble and all kinds of other dire predictions. At the other end of the spectrum, George Soros, the billionaire investor and philanthropist, announced at the Davos conference this week that we are actually past the point of entry into World War III. What to do? My advice is to steer a steady course, because change is constant and inevitable, and nothing is going to last forever, including this horrendous situation. So I suggest to people that they keep it simple. Take your bank and your credit card and your other accounts, look at them all over the last 3 months, see what's gone up, like fuel, energy, food, and see what things you can pare down a little bit in different categories to make up the total and keep it even.
Start to batten down some hatches really quickly, because we're up against it time-wise, Roger. But this windfall tax could be announced today. I mean, I'm mildly horrified. Well, I'm very horrified. But anyway, what do you make of it?
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, we've both been against it. You don't just tax a business or an industry because they're making some money. But now, the other day, driving by petrol stations run by major energy companies with signs that said £1.79, £1.83 for diesel. Come on, guys. I mean, really. I'm okay for a one-off windfall tax to help. It's going to be targeted at the poorest people. Messrs. Johnson and Sunak, maybe I should say Mr. Johnson, Mr. Sunak, are working that out right now, and I think we will hear something any moment, and it's a good thing. I'm now in favor of that.
Okay, I'm not sure I'm in favour of the windfall tax, but I am definitely in favour of them doing something. So there we go, Dr. Roger Givolba, CEO of Fair Money, personal finance and credit expert. Thank you very much indeed for bringing us up to date and giving us your thoughts and advice on how to navigate these very, very choppy waters. Meanwhile,